So I want to talk a little bit about, you mentioned in there products, right? And
Mhm.
focus on like big initiatives, big
Yep.
bets. And one of the things that we notice now that we're 30 minutes in, we should probably talk about influencers since that's why,
Mhm.
people listen to Tribe. So one of the things that we've noticed is that, influencers are actually really hero product driven. So
Mhm.
for E.L.F, your 16-hour camo concealer was
Mhm.
close to 20% of all the content we tracked on you
Yep.
guys last year. And I think that was similar with like Laura Mercier. I can't remember which product it was, but it was like almost 30% of all their coverage. So how do you think about, because I think most people tend to focus on influencers and like newness. It's like
Mhm.
new, but like
Mhm.
that may not be what's driving the core. How do you think about the interaction of hero products and your influencer community? What's your approach there that's gone so well?
So, yes, everybody wants to chase the shiny, pretty new toy,
Yep.
and that's a very serious impulse that you have to think about. That it's a small part of the story. So
Hmm.
sometimes what happens with brands is they make it the whole story, and everything's about the shiny, pretty new toy.
Yep.
What we like to do, and our philosophy at E.L.F, is how do I use the shiny, pretty new toy to shine a spotlight back on the core collection? So if
Hmm.
you think about a makeup regimen, almost all regimens have a concealer and a primer
Hmm.
involved. So we make sure that our heroes, which is the Camo franchise and the Poreless Putty Primer franchise, are at the center of everything we do.
Hmm.
If we're going to introduce a new makeup palette, great, you still have to start with your concealer and your primer.
Yep.
So what we like to do is, when we see what we call the holy grails, you call them heroes, we call them holy grails, is we make sure that those have constant fuel and energy, and that this excitement around new is great. We need the excitement around new, absolutely spills over back into the core collection, with everybody reminding about our base business, and that's a critical component of what we do. And the truth with something like a camo concealer is it's universal. We have an incredibly inclusive shade range. It's a high performance concealer at a jaw dropping value. So it's always on. And
Hmm.
it's the same with our putty primer. It's always on. So we have our holy grails that we call always on. And then we infuse newness throughout the year to ensure that we're getting the spotlight and the buzz and the excitement.
It's actually kind of an interesting departure, that idea of the Holy Grail SKUs or individual product lines, because I feel like that's actually a pretty big departure from, I feel like the approach historically was more of a portfolio approach, which is like it's
Mhm.
about Lancome, and then Lancome has a bunch
Mhm.
of different products, but you're like a Lancome person. And
Mhm.
now it's like, no, 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 I have one product from this brand and 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 this brand, and people are just much more hero product loyal rather than brand loyal.
Mhm.